Good morning everybody, and this is your SP 500 setups for today. So we do have non-farm payrolls today, and we are really testing this 4700 area at the moment. We do have diversions at the moment, but the minute we break through this previous swing low at 46.93, then that diversions is not in play anymore. So looking at the 8 hour, this week has been down, big move down, a little bit of a retracement, another big move down, sideways, big move down. So it does look like we are trying to do something. And again, just to remind you, on the weekly, this is going to be a fairly solid weekly bearish bar if it does close like this. So for me at the moment, we just looking at the weekly, that is, we are looking for some kind of retracement. We can't keep running in the direction like we are now, so we're definitely looking for something lower down. And I'm just going to put these levels in because they are going to be important. Maybe not today, but it all depends what happens. But right now, this is the worst week that we've had in quite some time, so it's pretty much since October. Okay, so yeah, nothing in concrete just yet. We are overbought on the weekly, so you would expect some kind of a reset. And I want to put one more level in. And we'll look at these levels on the lower time frames, but you can just see for now, just see where I'm putting them in on the fractals, wherever price has gone past that point. Okay, so for me, still there's this big inverse head and shoulders here, and the neckline hasn't been tested. The neckline's in this zone here of 4600, so that is the neckline of this massive structure over 2 years. So that is something that you do need to pay attention to very, very carefully. So let's get back to what we're looking to do today. Nothing more to say here on the 8 hour, and let's move to the 3 hour. And remember, that's your cue to just hit that like button for us. That's all I ask. And 3 hour, we've had some tails to the downside, tails to the upside through the week, but it has been one-way traffic, and that's on the 1 hour. You'll see that on the 1 hour pretty clear. So we had a crossover of the moving averages, and now we're below the 150 EMA. So yeah, for us to start reversing this trend, we're going to need to start regaining the fractals that we have formed. So this pin bar would be the first one. Let's just get that in. So that is 47.26, 47.27. We need to recapture 47.27, get above it, build a base, and then we can start considering the next move, which would obviously be back to 47.56. But for now, it is onwards and downwards. But remember, non-farm payrolls can upset this apple cart quite immensely. So first things first, let's fine tune this level and lock it in for us. So this was the daily swing low from 2 days ago. You can see how we did test it day before yesterday, but then we came back to test it again. So the trend is down. You're looking for opportunities to short. That was the only level that we had. We do have diversions, as I said yesterday, but then it was all over the place before really getting going down here. So if we get down to 15 minutes, and this is where you've got to keep your wits about yourself. So for me, rule of thumb is if we're below the 150 EMA, we are in a downtrend. So if you look at this hourly level that we drew just now, which is 47.25, that's the daily swing low, and that was on the 2nd of January. And then you look at what happened on the 3rd of January. We had this rejection bar, and then we had this rejection set up, which are valid. You can see there's tails on the level, but then we jumped above it here. So the minute we jump above it, that nullifies these two. So it brings that level back into play. And if you look at what happened yesterday, pretty much going nowhere, no real direction. And in all honesty, I said stay away from it, which is the right decision. But have a look at what happened. We get going here, and this was at the market open, And immediately, as soon as it gets going, people jump in here because, oh, it's moving and we're looking for longs, right? But it didn't move off any level. Now, level is lower down. The level's down here at 46.94. And then look at that. Exhaustion bar to the level at the 155 EMA, or 150 EMA, sorry. And pin bar, inside bar structure. Jump in right there, put your stop above this previous swing high. It's a 100-point stop loss, looking for the next level. Pretty much a 300-point gain, so 3-to-1 trade. Anyway, what we're looking for today is more of the same, but now get back to the hour so that you can just get these levels. Which are the ones that you need to pay attention to. And there is one more, and I'll give them to you now. Let me just get them in place first. So here's your first one, there's your second one, there's your third one. So we're looking for a retest of this, and I just want to go back to the 8 hour. So any break of this, I suspect 46.50 would be next, and then this 46.40 area would be next. So this could turn out to be bottom of range. Just bear that in mind as well. So you want to be very, very careful about it. So the level that we have here is a fairly strong level. That's 46.93. So let's just run that off to 47. And this here, well, here's 47, sorry, 46.98. So that's 47. So what we're looking for is we're looking for price to move a little bit lower, come back, and then reject this area. So we're looking for this kind of setup. It can rise up to 47.01 and then also 47.06. So any one of these areas from 47.06, 47.01, 4700 basically, and 46.93. So a break of 46.93 breaks quite serious structure that we have already on the higher time frame. So I'd want a relatively far move past here. Let's say something in the region of 70 to 100 point move past it. Then I'm looking for a pullback, and that would be my trigger to get short up there. Okay, now remember, non-farm payrolls coming, so I wouldn't be looking for anything until after non-farm payrolls. What you may find as non-farm payrolls jumps up and then starts breaking all these levels, all these highs. You can see all the fractional highs here to the upside, then comes back, builds a base, and then starts rolling. That's going to nullify any shorts, and you're going to start looking for a move to the upside. But you know, for me, so long as the hour is below the moving averages, the trend is down, the intraday trend is down, that is, and we're looking to short this at the moment. So it's down until it's not. So we're going to obviously have to break above the high of yesterday. Let's just get that back in. So that would be 47.27. We need to build a base above that before the trend even starts to reverse for me. Okay, so anyway, that's kind of my view for today. Definitely wait to see what happens at non-farm payrolls, and then just stick to the plan. Don't deviate from the plan. You're looking for a move off, or you're looking for similar kind of thing that happened yesterday. And don't be distracted by big green bars like this. Doesn't mean it's running. It means it's looking for an area to go and test. And the minute you get that kind of price action, big exhaustion bar, red rejection bar, that is your cue. Jump in, give yourself a little bit of wiggle room, 100 to 150 point stop loss, and take your profit at the next major level. Okay, anyway, that's kind of my view for today. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you on Monday. Cheers for now.